Christoph.
Hello.
And we are very happy to have you here to this webinar. And the goal of this webinar is to give you some insights to our company and also what we try to do. So we are looking for startups, for people that want to share a vision together with us, to share some thoughts or also developments for the future, and that you see what we're doing and can have an impression. We organized this webinar. We got this presentation, Christoph and myself. We will hold it together. And we got prepared this agenda for you. So first we will have a presentation of our company, where we're coming from and where we're heading to, and then some insights to the goals of this innovation challenge, and then sure we will have enough time to answer all your questions. So. HIN is actually more or less very well-established company. HIN was founded in 1996, and it was the goal when HIN was founded was to really help facing all these challenges that raised through all the digital equipments that came up, especially in the doctor's offices, and also to cope with the protection, with the data protection laws, and to provide secure environment to our customers, or to help secure the environment and make it compliant in the doctor's offices. The HIN was founded by two different groups. The first was FMH, or is still FMH, and it's the Doctors Association and the Ärztekasse. So actually, HIN is owned by its customers, and we got the goal to support the easy and secure communication between stakeholders. But HIN is also supported by a bunch of professional organizations or umbrella organizations in the healthcare sector. And during all these years, we had really a very wide adoption in the market. And to show you how HIN is working, or how HIN is established in the market, we got our picture where the function and the positioning of HIN is documented. On the left-hand side, you got the HIN community. Actually, we are talking about the community that is our customer base. So there we got three different groups. The first group are the health professionals. These are individuals, more or less, in smaller organizations or organized or working in doctors' offices. So spread it out all over Switzerland. Then we got the institutions. These are the hospitals or bigger doctors' offices, or also laboratories and companies working in a healthcare sectors. And then the third group are the application providers. These are companies providing services to the healthcare professionals to support them or to enable them to do their business. This HIN community, or these three groups, they are working together in the HIN trust space. That's on your right-hand side. And the HIN trust space is actually a space where this community is working together in a easy and secure manner. And to enable that, we got in the middle, we got the HIN world, where we provide several services, where Christopher will explain you a little bit later on. But there we got a secure access to the HIN trust space. So that means that these are also these keys and locks that are on this drawing. So this symbolizes the access, the secure access. Then we got secure communication and also secure collaboration. This is all organized by our services that will Christopher present you afterwards. What we also do is educating people or bringing some courses and also webinars to our customers to help to be aware about all the threats that we have in today's digital world. The commercial model of this our HIN community is more or less a membership model. So we got different membership types of the community members, and they if you are a member of our community, then you are able to use more or less every service in a flat manner from our offering. Okay, so now I will hand up to Christopher to explain you a little bit the HIN world.
So at the central of our services actually is the so-called HIN EID, which is basically an identity which grants you access and is used in the authentication towards various services. So basically, we are a certified IDP for the electronic patient record. Then we have HIN Sign. We have the e-prescription service, which is an initiative born by Pharma Suisse and FMH, and basically provided as from HIN as a service provider. We have the HIN services, which are the services Urs just pointed out before. And then we have HIN protected applications, which are applications provided by third parties, potentially you in the future, to our members. So we actually are the certified identity provider for granting access to the electronic patient record in Switzerland for the access of healthcare professionals. Once you apply to become a member of HIN, we elevate your identity actually via a video ident procedure to the respective trust level, and from then on, basically, you getting granted access to the EPR. Next one. Then we have HIN Sign. HIN Sign is a very helpful tool, actually, and is also very much appreciated by our members, because on average, every doctor more or less signs roughly 16 documents every day. Most of them are in the area where there's no constrictions in regards of regulation. So there are no special formal requirements to the signature provided on these documents. And this is actually where HIN Sign comes in. HIN Sign is included in the membership of HIN, and it basically provides an easy way of handling digital correspondence. You can use either a web application, which is just drag and drop and sign, or you, if you're an application provider, you of course can integrate directly with HIN sign using our API into your primary system. The functionalities we are providing is it's single sign, so it's just you signing, multi-party signing, of course, and our specialty, or a little bit our USP, is so-called digital twin, which is a functionality which allows you to basically print out your digitally signed document. You're getting printed on also a QR code, with which you're also in a position to validate the validity of the digital signatures on the document, and you see once again the digitally signed document on your screen. Then we also provide some extension for institutions, which is a little bit more wide spectrum of functionality we are offering them. So you can easily define individual roles and allowances, meaning you can grant access to different types of signatures on different trust levels, also including a QES, so the qualified electronic signatures, which is a service tightly integrated into the solution, but provided by our technology partner, Certifaction. Then the e-prescription Switzerland service, this is one of the key and focus topics for the time being. We are just in the process of rolling out the services with all major primary system providers in Switzerland, be it on a patient side, be it on a pharmacy side, be it on the physician side, but also on the clinical side. Basically, how the service works is quite easily. The physician is in an authenticated session using his HIN EID, for example, but it's also allowed to use any EID which is granting access, and basically also is on a specified trust level. So the physician actually signs the e-prescription. The e-prescription as such is registered centrally in the e-prescription service. The e-prescription itself actually is always under the control of the patient. So he hands over the e-prescription either by paper, providing it directly into a mobile app, or over secure mail to the patient. The patient actually is in a position to always control the status of the prescription. So he sees on this prescription what kind of medicaments he has been prescribed to, what is when does he need to consume them, basically, but also how many prescriptions is still left. So the redemption, the status of the redemption is also seen actually in the prescription service. The patient then actually walks into the pharmacy, either again with the paper copy, with the paper prescription, or on having the prescription on the mobile app, presents it to the pharmacy. The pharmacy scans the prescription, and again, the status of the redemption is then noticed in the service as such. So is it a full redemption, or is it a partial redemption, just some positions of the prescription or all of the prescription? The service as such leaves the patient with complete freedom, because it means that he's in the possession of the e-prescription. Therefore, he can go to any pharmacy of his wish to redeem actually the prescription. So meaning, for example, if I go today, I live in Zurich, I need some medicaments, I go on holiday, I'm on urgent need because I forgot my medicaments at home, then have the possibility to walk into the next nearby pharmacy and redeem parts of this prescription again. The prescription as such has also the advantage that it, of course, reduces the risk of fraud, basically, because, as I said, the status of the redemption, etc., and the registration of the prescription is logged into the central e-prescription service. But what is important to understand is no personal data about the patient as such is stored centrally. It's always under full control of the patient, because the only way where data is stored is actually on the QR code. Then we have the HIN services, which is the core and the nature of our business, which is our enablers for easy and secure communication. So we have HIN Mail, which is basically, the key service in the Swiss healthcare industry. It's an email service which allows encrypted communication within, but also outside of the healthcare sector, not just within the community, but there's also functionality actually to send secure emails, for example, to patients. Then we have HIN Talk. HIN Talk basically is a simple talk tool allowing not just chat, but also video talks actually between participating parties. It's data protection compliant, and that's about it. Then HIN Filebox is a tool to actually securely exchange large files, which, for example, can be pictures of radio, etc., shared between different doctors. It allows also to share, but also to jointly edit, for example, files. So it's a very handy and convenient service. HIN Cover Card service is then a service which is allowing the easy patient administration at the doctor's office. Basically, it is granting access to free patient information from health insurers, and therefore eases the process of getting registered in the patient's in the doctor's office. HIN Medical Service, HIN Medical Boards actually is another service which we are providing. It's a fee-based service for interdisciplinary case discussions between doctors of different areas, and allows also to use video and joint board basically to discuss a specific patient case. And last but not least, as I said, we are basically providing also single sign-on services to more than 120 applications in the healthcare sector. Not all of them are publicly announced, but there are many companies in the healthcare industry basically which are relying on our authentication service. And therefore, it's also very easy for the customer to use, because he logs in the morning and is then also protected, has access to these kind of registered services.
So thank you very much. As you heard, there are a lot of different services, and some of them they are in place since many years. But HIN is investing very heavy in the future, and also in developing the services that are provided for further. And this is also a reason why we do this innovation challenge, because we would like to collaborate with you to develop these services further, and also to adapt them to the real market needs. But what we're doing is, we got the strategy, and we are believing that the healthcare sector will heavy decentralize in the future. So we are also working on services to support the healthcare professionals in a decentralized manner, and therefore we are transforming our services from a centralized approach like we presented now to a decentralized approach, where we also dealing with upcoming new technologies such as self-sovereign identity, where we do adoptions not only of our identity services. Also, we are also working on using that for communication services. And also another technology we are dealing with is the SIAN technology, to really secure on a network layer the communication between the stakeholder, and also to give another notion to the HIN trust space, also in a technical reason. So we are really working on a paradigm shift there, and that's, as I mentioned before, that's one of the reasons why we would like to hear ideas, or also to have communication with you, to really shape and develop the future of our services together.
So the submission criteria is basically, if you hand in a submission actually with your ideas, this idea will be evaluated by a jury of experts from various areas. And the most important criteria are the following. So basically, we should be able to create together a mutual benefit for the Swiss healthcare sector. It should be clearly visible what level of innovation we can actually incorporate by adopting your solution together, or bringing together your ideas with our solutions. Basically, the idea should significantly contribute to the digitalization of the healthcare sector, in the end resulting into efficiency gains. And as we said, we strongly believe in this paradigm shift from a centralized to a more decentralized collaboration in the healthcare sector. That's why, if your solution supports, of course, the collaboration between stationary and ambulatory healthcare sectors, that would be a big plus. The operation of your startup basically should cover the field of communication, collaboration, allowing secure data exchange, for example, but also, for example, patient monitoring solutions, and any solution providing this connection between stationary and ambulatory sectors, so remote and hybrid care. These are things we are looking into. And last but not least, what is important to us is that your operation is in the B2B to C environment, and not solely B2B, for example. Good. Thanks a lot. So we are already finished with our short introduction. I hope you got some insights, but of course, I can imagine that there are still a lot of open questions. So our question is, do you share our vision? Do you really motivated? Are you motivated to change the Swiss healthcare sector? So please shoot your questions. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Urs. Thank you, Christoph. This was very informative. Thank you very much. I think now, as I understand, the stage is yours, dear audience and guests. Do you have any questions or would like to know more about what has been presented? Feel free to either use the chat or raise your hand so that we can, take the questions one by one. Anyone? Everyone's shy. Sandeep, hello. Nice to see you or hear you again. Feel free.
Hi, Dinah. Good afternoon. Hi. Hello to the team from HIN as well. And I didn't get the name of the other person. So this is Sandeep Gaba here. I'm the founder of Alice Health, focused on enhancing patient empowerment through data insights as well, and also working towards clinicians platform as well. So my question is, first of all, very simple, and coming from a big picture. Before I go a little bit more deeper, I have a couple of questions though. So there is DigiSante that was announced by the Bundesgesundheit as well. So yes. I'm trying to understand how HIN is placed as part of the overall program that is going by the federal with DigiSante. And what kind of enablement services that might be looked at from that perspective. So that's sort of just a big picture question, but I don't want to sort of confuse the other question, which is the second one. So I'll pause here. If you can please, if you have any thoughts over that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your question. So it's not an easy one, but actually, because we have to distinguish between the government, the government procedures or the initiatives that the government does and the initiative we do, and surely that they are working together. But what we are doing here is really to provide to our community these services like we mentioned before, and also to develop them into the future and to make, for instance, the communications, the secure communication, to put that on the next level and into also other areas and fields, and also all the issues that coming with the decentralization. And sure, we're working. Everything is working together and going together, but actually the program DigiSante is covering the whole market, and we are a part of it. So
great, thank you so much. I mean, when we look at DigiSante, I think it would make a lot of sense if there is, hopefully one company, but I know there are a couple more, Swiss ID and Trust ID as well. They also provide somewhat those services. I think this might work very well if there is one organization that is enabling that. My second question, and that is more to do with this innovation challenge, and probably to understand if the companies are selected, what can we expect from this, from the innovation challenge itself, and of course, what kind of collaborations that can be seen going forward if we are selected?
So basically, I take that question. Basically, what we are looking for is really to develop our services, but also including your services further, actually towards the community. And what you can expect is the price is you're getting granted access, and you can use our services actually to gain access to the HIN community, which is a community of roughly 50,000 healthcare professionals in Switzerland. And we have a very close exchange with them, of course. They are our members. And we can also jointly promote your services further.
And there is also a strong belief that that through working together and exchanging ideas, that everybody or each party could develop itself further. And what we are providing, we are providing some supporting services to healthcare solutions. So we now, and this is also an important part, that we can work, or we always worked together with healthcare solution providers to understand what they need and to provide their services, and how we could support them to fulfill their duties. And so if I think what we could provide to a selected startup or company is a strong working together, and also some kind of co-creation. That means that we understand each other's to really develop valuable services for the healthcare sector.
Sure. Thank you so much for answering the question, and I appreciate letting me ask 2 questions.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I see in the chat 2 questions came up, so I'll take these next. Manuel has said, I think there are a lot of ideas to digitize the healthcare system in Switzerland, but the biggest challenge I see is how to monetize innovation. For example, how to monetize prevention of diseases. Manuela, that's not a direct question. I think it's more kind of a thought. Is there a question to that, or are you trying to identify if that is part of the focus topic, or what was the idea, Manuel?
Yeah, hi there. So I was more thinking of how do you see, like, if the political system is changing in such a direction to get money for monetizing innovation. Like, for example, like right now there is a lot of push into the relative care, that the relatives are caring patients. What could be the next thing happening, basically, which is interesting for startups to invest in that sense? How do you see that right now?
Yeah, it's also difficult to answer, because there are many aspects to it. But what you clearly can see is that yeah, there's a consolidation also in the healthcare sector going on. I mean, we're all aware that costs are steadily rising for our healthcare systems, and parties start actively looking into new collaboration models, especially this transformation from a stationary care to more ambulant care. And there are many interesting aspects to this, be it remote care, hybrid care models, which basically have then a positive cost effect, and should help to provide good healthcare with reasonable costs.
Perhaps if I look at the second question that we got in the chat, we could also take a little bit that to answer also Manuel's question, because there is to explain a little bit what's meant with B2B2C. So your question was actually also on the C level, on the patient's level. And what we are doing here is within HIN, our main task is to provide services to the health professional to fulfill their duties. We are not facing directly with patients, but the patients are the customer of our customers, and that's the reason why we always have also the patients in focus, but in a way that we have a strong focus on it, how we could support the health professionals to do their job. And that's the point. And I think what we are also doing is to we finance our innovation through by our own. So we through our market activities, we are able to invest into the future, and also to invest in new services to provide services in a high quality. Manuel, is that more or less okay?
Yes, of course. And then just the thing is that yes, I mean, cost reduction, of course, it's interesting, and this is mainly how we are doing business right now. So in the hospitals, we have services for mobile apps, which offer some services for easier documentation. So it's faster for them to take pictures and so on, and this is a cost reduction. But when you look at when you want to go to the patient and want to help them to prevent a disease, then it's really hard to get money from the physicians. Obviously, we will not get that from the insurances. They might be interested, but my opinion is just that we are not there yet compared to other systems in Europe, I think. But yeah, I see, of course, the point of cost reduction when the physician is.
It's probably, as I said, there are many facets to the topic. It's not solely about cost reduction, but it also has to do with the fact that, as you know, there's a lack of healthcare professionals. So efficiency is definitely a topic. We have a growing population which needs healthcare support, of course. We also have the demographic change, so people get older, they need more care. This care does not necessarily always need to be provided stationary, but it's also one of the customer needs and wishes actually to stay as long as possible independent and potentially at home. So models that, of course, help to support that. In the end, they very often have a cost reducing effect, but the driver for it is probably a very different one initially.
I mean, I totally agree with elderly care and that they can stay as long as possible at home, and this is, of course, interesting.
Okay, so I would like to finish also the answer to Daniel, because there was the B2B2C aspect, and it's not concerning to pay or something. That's not meant. So the only thing what we wanted to say with that statement is if we get pure 2C applications, it's not so interesting to us, because we are supporting the healthcare professionals and we are providing the services to these groups. So if we got, that's the reason why we wrote B2B2C. That's just because we are facing the professional side of the healthcare market. Is that okay?
Yeah, so it's the B2B you're focusing on more than the C part, actually.
That's
Exactly.
the point, yes.
Yeah. So actually, so there is no need to ultimately have the C, but the C side at the end needs to be there at some point.
That's always
Yeah.
Sure.
That's part of.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Any more questions? So feel free to write or raise your hand. Okay, if there are no more questions, then I think you've been very informative, and everybody got a very good view on HIN and the services it is providing. If no one else needs further clarification, we can either have a few last words from you, Christoph and Urs, or we can then, oh yeah,
Yes.
very good.
So yeah, we
next
still
steps?
have one last slide. We still have what are the next steps and the important dates. So of course, we hope that you are all motivated and got glorious ideas how to collaborate with us, and we would be thrilled to get to know you better. So if you want to apply, please apply latest by May 14th. Basically, then afterwards, the jury actually will look at your application, and you will be notified by May 31st about the outcome of the jury. And the next topic would then be the presentation actually of your ideas in front of the expert jury, which will also allow us to ask additional questions to get the deep understanding of the service or the idea you want to provide or share with us. And that would be on the 20th of June from 1300 to 1700 here in Wallisellen at the offices of HIN. If you like to rewatch the webinar, it was recorded and will be provided on the SCH YouTube channel, where you find the link actually in this invitation. You go.
Okay.
Perfect.
Good.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank everyone for attending. Have a nice afternoon. Bye-bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.